Who's next? Well, since I have the time, I think it's time to take apart the P39. Oh yeah, we got the shiny blue one here. This has still got some parts on it. No front gear, but it's got some other parts, so let's go ahead and move it to the bench and get it started. Nice! Hey friends, welcome on back to the Dave It Yourself channel. My name is Dave, and this is my channel. Here we are dealing with yet another episode of dealing with chronic polyfoamititis. And in this particular episode, we're going to do some more teardown therapy, as I like to call it, where I take some of my older planes that have been through the ringer, because of course they're my planes, and we're going to be tearing those down and turning what is kind of busted here into parts that can be usable for other projects and other people, things like that. So this particular P39 that I have, you can see, is all blued out. It does have quite a bit of the electronics and such still in it. No front landing gear, but I still have the mains here, have the motor up there, which I believe is in pretty good shape. This has got one of my, you can hear that. That is a feature. That's a Dave It Yourself feature. I think I have some zip ties around the motor, and if I'm not mistaken, maybe some toothpicks pieces glued in there to kind of give it that baseball card in the spokes kind of sound. So kind of got rid of some of that electronic sound. I do believe I have a video of that somewhere on my channel. If so, I'll go ahead and link it to the end of this particular video. But kind of gave it that grumbly sound. Did not affect the flight performance at all. Just kind of gave it a grumbly sound. So I believe that's what's going on there. Well, we still have other great parts in here, including all the electronics. I believe the ESC is still in here. I know the motor's in here, of course, and the mains and some servos, things like that. So I know we've got plenty. Plus, on the P39, you got other cosmetic things like these pipes on the side, which, of course, are hand-painted blue at this point, but they can be spray-painted back to black and be used to put on something else, maybe like I don't know, something else cool. But anyway, we got plenty of things in here, and we'll go through whatever else I've got on here. But the whole plan here now is to tear this bad boy down. It looks like, as I'm seeing it now, it looks like I also have some paper tape across this front leading edge here. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I have a carbon fiber spar, probably on both sides here, just to prevent any wing damage kind of thing. So we'll see what condition the wings actually are in, because overall, other than the cutting out the notches here in the back for the easy lights to go into, and then some other cosmetic damages, the wings may be in decent shape to save. But again, I got plenty of planes, as you see, and saving large parts is kind of counterproductive at this point. So we're going to go ahead and get this bad boy down. I'm going to go ahead and throw on my apron. Shout out to Pilot Ryan and all the great stuff he's doing out there. And let's go ahead and get this bad boy turned down. So if you want to see how this works out, of course, I'm going to speed it up to make it a quick, easy video for you. You know what I recommend you do? Stick up around. Nice. All right, friends, we're back. I've got my apron on. I got my old man specs here. We're going to go ahead and get everything straightened out here and go ahead and get this bad boy torn down. And in usual fashion, of course, I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to run through all that. And I'm going to speed it up right now. So here's one of the wooden skewers that I had used that I had hot glued and paper taped in there to help support the fuselage, since it had, I think this thing had crashed before. But anyway, so there's that. Back to it. All right, friends, so here's what I was talking about. Got a piece of wooden skewer CA'd into the top here, and then I had 2 zip ties on the motor, like that. So when they would spin, oops, can't hold on to that. So when they would spin, they would flick the wooden skewer. So there's that baseball card sound that I was trying to make. So again, if I made a video on that, I'll put it at the end of this video. So look for that. So anyway, back to it. All right, friends, so I got the fuselage taken apart. I got all the parts out from there. Next is the wings, and so far all the servos seem to be working pretty smooth. The motor seems to be working pretty well. Of course, this has the AR636A in it, so I got another one of those, probably 12, 15 of those. And if you may have noticed, even in the fast motion, there was one part, which is one of the clevis jobbers, which fell. And as you can see, I have already painted them, so now they're kind of bluish gray. And the carpet I have here is bluish gray. So one of these is missing so far. I will find it before I vacuum, though. So let's go ahead and move on to that wing part. So stick around. All right, friends, here we are with the wing for the P39. We're going to go ahead and get this bad boy apart. I've already started taking some of it apart off camera and was having a little bit of difficulty. So now that I've gotten past that, I'm going to go ahead and start the video back up here now. So here we are. We're taking apart the wing on the P39 and parting it out. And as you can see, I already have some parts in the bucket. But we'll spread all those out at the end. And if you want to see how big the bag of busted planes and torn apart styrofoam is, stick around because that's coming up as well. For now, back to the wing. All right, friends, here we are. We're back. We've got all the parts here from the P39 that are out that are not foam. They are all here. Some of the great parts are, of course, some of the cool bits like the exhaust, the antenna, things like that. The bomb drop slot, got that off. I got ourselves a little bit of plywood out of that. Got some nice little plexiglass out of that. All the wheel wells and stuff, as well as the outer trims, the rear stabilizers for the elevator, and of course all the carbon fiber poles. Of course, this big beauty. Oh, that's a big old spar right there. And all the servos that came out all seem to be in good working shape. We got a couple of steering servo. Got a couple of flap servos, and of course the aileron and elevator rudder servos there. Some nice little connector areas here. All the wing connector and rods here. The AR636A, all the screws and magnets that came out of there. Got this the brushless BL15 motor that came out, including the mount and the gears. The only thing I did not have out of this particular plane was the front gear, which is probably in my gear box, which that I'll have to look into that. The only thing I did not necessarily tear apart was the actual cockpit itself, just because you may be able to do like an EQRC kind of thing, mold this particular one into a different plane. It still has a little plastic bob on there, but I didn't want to rip that off either since it's such in decent shape, because you could technically cut some of that out and push it forward. So yeah, so I wanted to save that for that. So I kept that. And then also there were some other additions that I had that of my own doing. I had some wing light sets that I had put in there. You can kind of see what was going on there. And then, like I said, I did have those 2 carbon fiber spars on the front of the wing leads to prevent any major damage should it hit trees or bushes, things like that, because if you see my videos, that is a real possibility. So anyway, that's what we've got out of the P39. So really what I need to do now is get all of these smaller pieces that I can into a bag and then get them ready to do something with. So let's go ahead and get them into a bag. All right, there we are. Now we've got everything bagged up there. Even have the screws and stuff in a separate sandwich bag for one E-flite P39 Aerocobra in a bag, ready to roll. So if anybody needs any P39 parts, let me know. Hit me up. Of course, the parts that did not fit in the bag, I just went ahead and paper taped those together. Paper tape, the ultimate adhesive tape, and of course kept the canopy separates, which I will put in my canopy drawer where other canopies go. So someday when I get to the handle of this particular problem, get on top of that and get some workspace up in here, I will start making other planes and projects. But right now, I got to make room. So I appreciate everybody sticking around. Hope you enjoyed the video. Another one of these therapy sessions. Hope it worked out for you as much as it worked out for me. Tearing apart stuff is always super fun. The second time, the first time that ended them into the box in the first place, not as fun. This part, a little better. So at least we're clearing up some room. That box is almost empty. I think I've got another P39 Aerocobra body in there. I think I got a Carbon Cub S2 in there, and looks like another wing for a Viper. So I might have another Viper. Again, problems. Major problems. Anyway, I hope you appreciated this particular video. Until next time, I am Dave. This is the Dave It Yourself channel. This was another episode of dealing with chronic polyfoamititis. Not sure exactly what episode it is, but you see it in the title card. So until next time, I am Dave. This is my channel. This is what's left of an E-flite P39 Aerocobra, and we are out of here.
Hey friends, it's me, Big Black Trash Bag. This is for all the friends that stuck around to the end of the video and to see exactly how big I am. Can you guess how many planes I have inside? Leave your comments below with your guess. Damn it.
Try again.
Really?
Yeah, try again.
Okay. Hey friends, it's me, Big Black Trash Bag. I'm coming on back now to show you exactly how big I am. If you've been watching the Chronic Polyfoamititis series, you know exactly how many planes I have inside of me now. But go ahead and put your guess in the comments below. The one who has the closest comment or nails it will hear from Dave and possibly win a gift. You know you love those gifts. I know I do. Well, now it's time for me to head on out to the curb and make some new friends. So until next time, I'm Big Black Trash Bag, and thank you for watching the Dave It Yourself channel.
Cat.
Hey, was that good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right, great.